Sorry. Ugh. Good afternoon. So I'm literally going to try to make this video 20 minutes or less. Mainly because I don't feel like doing anything crazy. And two, I have chicken nuggets in my oven for my kids. So I have to make this kind of fast. I'm just going to do Liquid Touch, concealer, bronzer, blush, shadow eyebrows, mascara. And that's all I want to do. Because then we're just going to my daughter's soccer game tonight. So first I'm going to use the our primer, our Glorious primer, just a pea-size amount, just to give that Liquid Touch a nice base. And I'm just going to rub it all over my face. I just used our tanning lotion. Oh, that's better if I go closer. Last night, and we are getting rid of our tanning lotions. Then I'm gonna take our Liquid Touch foundation in satin, since I self-tanned. And I just literally like just throw it on my face. We are getting rid of our tanning line, so once it's sold out, it's sold out. It just exploded on me. It was so nice. Both my daughters had school today, and I got to go to the outlet malls, bought some new shoes with my unique card, and then a powder concealer brush, the fluffy part. And I got some new Nikes, because all my customers and new customers were awesome last month, but I was able to pay for some new Nike shoes with my unique credit card. So it's always nice. Except I killed a chipmunk on the way there. It was sad. I got teary-eyed. I feel like I look really washed out. I always wear dark colors when I do videos. Try not to talk as much. That way you can see how fast we can do this. What else? Oh, I went to Panera. I'm going to use Skin Perfecting Concealer and Velour just under my eyes. I went to Panera, got a bagel and a water, and sat down by myself and ate it by myself, just a tiny bit. And it was so nice. I texted my husband, and then I just take my sponge on the flat side and I spray it with our Touch Behold setting spray. I texted my husband. I like to just get it damp and then just push it into your face. I texted my husband and was like, sitting at Starbucks, eating, having a bagel and some water by myself. He's like, you're such a mom. I was like, that's why I needed to sit by myself. It was so nice though. Okay, I'm just pressing the concealer into my face. And then, to really make my under eyes set, I'm going to use our Mineral, I can never remember the names of anything, Minerals concealer in the color Fresh. It's like a super pretty pale banana-y color. Just going to put some in the top. And I just use just a fluffy brush. Tap off. I'm going to push this under my eyes just to make sure we really set that concealer. And the crease of my nose. Yeah, and then before I knew it, what else did I go? I went to the Adidas. I'm like obsessed with just workout stuff. I got this Puma sweatshirt. I don't know how I feel about it though. Like, look at it. It's like one of those like super wide ones. I don't know, that says Puma on the back. I don't know, any excuse to be in athletic wear. So I'm basically putting the mineral concealer everywhere I put my liquid concealer, the Skin Perfecting Concealer. And I have this zit. Who gets zits on their freaking neck? So I'm just going to take, oh, thank you, Stephanie. Oh, I love Olive. I'm just going to take our BB Flawless and just dab that on this BS. I don't know, maybe I was like stressed out. I don't know. What's there to be stressed out about though? Then I'm just going to set it. Okay, now eyebrows. Brow Obsession palette in dark brunette black. I'm going to dip it in the lighter shade, which is number 1 first, and then dip it in the gel. Then I'm just going to follow the line of my brows of where I would hope that my brows, where I'd want my brows. I can never. Okay, I just have an e.l.f. small angle brush. I did just order the unique brush for eyebrows. So, okay, so dipping in number 1. Today flew by. And this weekend my daughters really want bunk beds. So I just did the outline of my eyebrow, and then I will go in and do, what do you call it? The front of my eyebrow when I'm done drawing it in. My daughters really wanted bunk beds, but like it just didn't seem practical. And right now, so now they share a queen bed. And then we turned my other daughter's room into a playroom, and that was like the best decision ever. So I'm still using number 1, the lighter shade. And I'm not dipping in the gel anymore because the brush has a little bit on it still. And that one is way darker, so I'm just going to go back in with one and do another layer. Oh crap. It's actually really hard to do this while I'm talking. Yeah, so I'm on a mission this month right now I'm yellow status. And I'm on a mission to get a promotion and go to pink. So any order, no matter how small, helps me. I'm breaking out. Really helps me. So that's my goal. I've been with the company for 7 months. And sorry, my phone. Okay, so then I'm going with number 2 because where I'm so sparse right here, the lightest shade can't cover it. So just going with the darker one, and then I'm just going to line it. You always, always, always want the tails of your brows to be darker. You want it to be like an ombre effect. Yeah, so we've been on the prowl for bunk beds for a while. But then I was like, no. So then we just didn't, because I don't know, they'd probably fight over who'd want to be in the top bunk and whatnot. So then I'm just going to take this brush and I'm just going to rub it off on a towel right now, the towel I'm sitting on, because I absolutely destroyed my carpet over here with like makeup. It looks like makeup just blew up all over it. And then I'm going to, just because I had the number 2 on it, the darker shade, and I don't want that to go right here. So I'm going to use number 1 again, and then just gently bring it out. So literally on our main floor, there. On our main floor, we have no toys. And I can't remember the last time we didn't have any toys. Okay, now what I like to do is, this isn't a unique product, but bear with me. This is just what I like to do. I have the, I don't even know what it's called, the Dip Brow Pomade in Anastasia. And I use the darkest, it's not the darkest color, I lied. It's in the medium brown. No, it's not. It's the chocolate color. And this is what I like to use to do the small little strokes, hair strokes in the front. Like 3 or 4, and it makes all the difference in the world, at least for me. And I just use the Sigma Winged liner, the E06 one. I just got off Amazon. I saw some girl on Instagram that can draw her eyebrows on like crazy. So then I dip it in the pomade, and then I will tilt it up, and I will just draw like 3 or 4 strokes just on the inside of my eyebrow. Just like that. See how that kind of makes it look, I mean, a little more natural. I know obviously if someone saw me, they'd be like, wow, that girl got fake brows. But it felt so good this morning. I went to the gym and everyone's like, oh my gosh, your makeup looks so good. I'm like, well, thank you. Oh no, my phone's gonna die. What am I at? What time am I at? So just like that. Done. And you can also probably use this little brush in the Brow Obsession palette, but powder. I like the powder. It's just easier, and I don't know, I just like it. So there's the brows. And then let's just do some bronzer. What time am I at? Who's ever watching? How long have I been going for? I mean, my timer hasn't gone off downstairs, so I'm good. I'm going to use the Beachfront Bronzer in Malibu. I'm super hot right now. And then I'm just going to take a big fluffy brush, circle, and then just go along that cheek. And it has a nice little, like built-in little highlighter. So yes, my goal is to hit pink this month. And then just make sure when you're doing your bronzer that you're doing it and all on the outside of your face, because the point of contouring with the bronzer, one, obviously you give yourself color, but you also want to create the illusion of like the darker outside gets sucked in, so it gives you the illusion of like a slimmer face. Then I'm just gonna squeeze my brush and dip it in the darker side and just go up and down my nose. Just create, once again, the illusion of a skinnier nose. There. And then just take your powder concealer brush, the fluffier side, and then just kind of tap it out. I think it looks like I have lines on my forehead. And then just some blush. What should we use? Let's use Supported. What? Okay, I'll be right down. The powder blush. Thank you. Super pretty. It has a little built-in. Just press. Then I always like to go back in with the brush I use with my mineral concealer. There's nothing on it, but then just kind of smooth it out. And then I'm going to use Benevolent, our cream to powder luminizer. It's just a highlighter, just to go on my nose, just to make it really pop. I'm just going to do a little bit on my cheek. And then I'm going to use our deluxe brush. This is unique, and I'm just going to do a tiny little bit under my eyebrow. I was going to go live at like 8:30 because I feel like that's just when most people are on their phones. But I'm like, oh, that is like that's late for me. So if you could press the share button if you're watching, that way I can connect with new people. That would be amazing. And then all we're going to do is just some shadow and then our Epic Mascara. So I'm going to use one of our pressed shadows in Nonsensical, a pretty brown-ish color. Then I'm going to use our blending brush, a nice fluffy. If you don't have this and you wear shadows, go buy this right now. It's the best brush ever. I'm just going to push this into my crease. Just to give, when you push the darker colors into your lid, you're just creating some depth. Just a little bit of color, because I'm not going to do eyeliner, which is crazy for me because I always wear eyeliner, but I just don't feel like it. Like I'm just going to a soccer game. So if you're interested in any of the products, I'll connect my shopping link into the comments. If you have a preference of what you would like to see, of like a certain look or certain colors, shoot me a comment and I will be more than happy to do a look. So this is just Nonsensical with the blending brush. And then we're just going to go in with some Epic Mascara. And then that's all we're doing for today. Super simple. This is usually what I do every day, but then I usually just I use eyeliner, but not right now. Me and my husband, so that's just one coat. Me and my husband redid our bedroom. Well, it's a mess right now because my bed's not made. And it just, there's nothing better than a clean house. So I bought this freaking clock. It's hanging above my TV, and it just clicks. You know, where you buy a clock and it just aggressively has a really loud ticker? That's like the one I bought. It's like the perfect color. And I really want to paint my wall behind right there. But I don't know what color to do it. Because I've literally I painted my whole house by myself. I like doing that kind of stuff. And I did wedding hair over the weekend, and oh my gosh, I forgot how much I loved doing that. And then I did the brides. So she just wanted like the foundation and the bronzer, and that's all I did. The great thing is you can glam up Unique like crazy and also glam it down. I like to do 2, 3, 4 layers of the mascara because it's so buildable and it does not clump. And I've been using the lash serum. And this is it. And I would throw on a lip bonbon, but that's in my car. So super simple. Was this like 25 minutes if I wasn't talking? I could probably break it down to 15. So like super easy on the go face. Is that the word? On the go face? Yes. Questions, comments, put them in that little box, or message me if you want to get color matched. Have any questions about any of the products? I need to go get those chicken nuggets out of the oven, but thank you for watching. Press share if you're watching. Shoot me a little comment if you are replaying this, or if you have any suggestions on looks. I am placing an order, so if you are in Caledonia, Grand Rapids area, shoot me a message. I will do a bulk order, and then you'll get free shipping. So happy, what was it? Oh, it's Monday. So happy Monday. I'm off to go get some chicken nuggets and off to my daughter's soccer game. So have a great rest of the evening. Hello. I'm just gonna pop on, and I have ran out of my lighter shade of my Liquid Touch foundation, and I just am too lazy to order new one, and I just always forget. So I'm going to mix my Liquid Touch foundation that is usually a shade too light, and I'm gonna mix it with a Skin Perfecting concealer just to make it a little lighter. So I'm gonna start with the Rose Water Toning Spritz just to even out my skin tone. I'm like, Mother Nature has attacked me the past week. I like to rub this in. I'm sitting on a pillow on my floor. I'm going to use the Touch Glorious Primer. I'm literally sitting on my floor on a pillow with all my curtains closed with a little light. And it's like pitch black in my room. So just like a pea-size amount. My hair's driving me nuts. I just took it out of a ponytail. I feel like I always just look like such a scrub because I'm always in workout clothes. Me and my daughter went to the Tanger Outlet Mall today, and I went in the Nike store, and I'm just like, I need everything. It's so expensive though. Why is Nike so expensive? Like, I just got this shirt, and it's like, it's a high-low. It's shorter in the front. Okay, so then my Liquid Touch foundation, it's in satin. I'm almost running out of this, too. I just need to order more foundation. Okay, so this is the color Satin, and then I have the Skin Perfecting Concealer in Velour. And I'm just going to mix it on my hand together. I need to reorder actually a lot of stuff. So just like 3 drops of the liquid. Then about half of what you put the liquid, the Skin Perfecting Concealer. I'm actually going to do a drop of the Skin Perfecting Concealer in Scarlet too, because that still looks a little dark. Sorry if I sound raspy. I got sick I've been sick since like Sunday. And it was me and my oldest daughter's birthday on Monday. We share a birthday. And we went out to dinner to Applebee's because that's our jam. We love Applebee's. And I'm just going to spread this around with my finger. And I am such a picker when I get like blemishes. It's so bad. I'll like pick at them until they scab, which sounds really gross. But, and then they just last forever. And then our powder concealer brush, I use the big fluffy part. And I'm just going to press this in. No, so then we went to Applebee's and I was just like, I don't feel good. Like I just wanted to be home and I just wanted to sleep. But you can't when you share your birthday with your daughter. Okay, this is way too light. I should not have put the Scarlet in. That's okay. We'll fix it with some bronzer. And I've been getting a lot of messages about people they want to try the foundations. And all you have to do to get color matched is just send a picture in neutral lighting with no makeup on. I need to wash my brushes. Someone had told me about this like some charcoal thing that you can use to clean your brushes. That sounds so bad. I like never clean my brushes. I hate cleaning my brushes. Okay, so I'm just rubbing this all over my face. And then since I mix concealer in with it, actually, yeah, let's throw some concealer under our eyes. So I'm going to go in with the Skin Perfecting Concealer in Velour, and just the tiniest amount goes a long way. I've had this for, I don't know, 7 months, and it's not even halfway gone yet. And I just do upside down triangles, a little bit on my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, and the bottom of my chin. And then what I like to do, my stuff's everywhere, I don't know where anything is I use our Touch Behold setting spray, and I spray it on my sponge on the flat side, just to make it a little damp. And I'm just going to push this into my skin. I had just placed I'm trying to place an order, and I don't know what's any of you other presenters, if you're watching, it's not like I've had other people order from me all week and it's not letting me. I don't know what's going on. So I'm just pushing this in. And then I'm going to set it with our pressed powder in the color Satin as well. And it's almost gone. I dropped it and it broke. So I need to order. That's why I needed to order more stuff. Like it's just hanging on by. I don't want to tilt it up because then it will fall all over the floor. So just a big fluffy brush. And whenever you put like the liquid touch foundation or concealer, you always want to set it with a powder. I have like a very matte look. I'm so happy it's Friday tomorrow. I literally just took my makeup off to do this. What are you ordering? I am ordering some of the new pressed shadows. And then I'm ordering another pressed powder because I dropped this one and it broke. And I'm ordering the Hottie too, since we can get it before the public. So if anyone wants a hottie lip plumper before it comes out in October, message me. I have one left that I can get. What else am I ordering? I'm ordering some eyeliners that I'm going to use as lip liners. What else? I think that's it for now. Okay, and I'm going to do eyebrows, which is the most boring thing ever. I can't see, and my room is so dark. I thought my ring light would be better lighting. So if it is, let me know, or if it's just horrible, let me know too, because then I won't do this ever again. And I can't find my angled brush that I usually use. Oh, here it is. I just got to clean it off. Then I'm going to use our Brow Obsession palette. I just got to clean it real quick. Yeah, because Hottie Lip Plumper was such in high demand, and it sold out so fast because it was like limited. And now it's coming back. I need my haircut again already, I feel. Okay, so I just use the e.l.f. angle brush for my eyebrows. I like the natural light better, but this looks fine. Well, shoot, Carissa. I can't move my screen because it's propped up on my curtain right now. Okay, so Brow Obsession palette, I use the dark brunette black. I could probably go a shade lighter, but I'm going to dip it in the lighter shade in one. Just a tiny dip in the gel first. I was listening to the soundtrack of Home, if any of you parents out there. It's so good. Me and my daughters jam to it in the car on the way to school. I probably get the most comments about my brows. So I'm still just using the lightest shade and just following where some of my brows are, and then I'm just creating what I personally like them to look like. All personal preference. My daughter, and my husband, they're at soccer. I feel like when I do live eyebrows, it always takes me way longer than it usually does in person. Oh, thanks, Carissa. I know, I just wish I am so envious of people just with big, beautiful brows. The things I would do for just natural brows. I feel like I wouldn't, like I can't just put eyebrows on and then not put makeup on. I feel like it looks weird. So I'm still using the lightest shade. And then this has taken me a while to get my eyebrows to how I like them. So just practice. Okay, so that was just shade number 1. It was the lightest shade. Now I use this is like one of my favorite brushes. It's not unique though, but it's a Sigma E 06 winged liner, and it's like the tiniest little, and this is what I use to create the tiny little hair strokes. I need to put my hair up. Okay, and I'm going to dip it in the gel first, and then I'm going to dab it in the darker number 2. I've also heard that baby shampoo is good for cleaning brushes. And that just created little fine hair strokes. And then what also I would usually do is I would take number 2, the darker shade, and then fill in my tails. But they seem okay right now. Let's see, this weekend I'm so excited. I used to do bridal hair a lot, and I'm actually doing a bridal party doing hair, because I did go to cosmetology school before I got into this. That was a long time ago, actually. I went to cosmetology school. And then I'm going to take the big fluffy brush that I use for the pressed powder. And I'm just going to dab it on my eyebrows just to make them look a little more, not as harsh, I guess you would say. And I feel like this sets them. No, so I'm doing bridal hair for actually a girl I went to cosmetology school with. Because when's the last bridal party I did? I did an entire bridal party up in Charlottesville a couple years ago, and it was so traumatizing. The girls were not nice. Or no, the bride was really nice. One of her, like, was it, like, bridesmaids? I don't know. You just never know what you're gonna get, and I didn't really know them, but... And I haven't done one since. Okay, I'm going to do eyes next. I'm going to use Splurge Cream Shadow in Cherished. I'm just going to put it on my finger and rub it all over my eyelid. I love these Splurge Cream Shadows. It dries to a cream. Just kidding. I lied. Ignore that. It's a cream and then it dries to a powder. And I love it. Yeah, so I'm excited to do hair on Saturday. Because I haven't done it. I haven't done one in so long. Okay, then I'm going to go in with another Splurge Cream Shadow in Tenacious. This one's so pretty. I'm actually going to use my brush for this one. I'm going to use the Angled Shadow Sponge Brush. I'm going to use the angle part. Yep, so I have that in the morning, except I have to miss my daughter's soccer game to go do that. But then after that, since it's fall now, finally we have fall weather. If you live in Michigan, oh my gosh, my daughter had, on Monday and Tuesday, they had half days because it was so hot and they don't have air in their school. And I felt so bad. She got off the bus and her whole entire back of her t-shirt was just sopping wet because it's so hot. I'm like, oh my gosh, good thing you had a half day. Because at first I'm like, why? And then my youngest daughter didn't have school at all. So I am ready for sweater weather. Okay, that was Splurge Cream Shadow and Tenacious. I feel like it's like the perfect fall. And I'm just going to do eyeliner on the bottom on my waterline. And then I'm just going to let Epic Mascara do the rest. So this is just in the color Perfect. It's just black. So if you're tuning in or you're replaying, it's much appreciated if you press share. Gets my name out there and I can connect with new people. Let's see, I'm going to do the Epic and the 3D fibers just to show you guys how amazing it is. And I've been using the lash serum and I've actually been using it on my eyebrows just to see if it will work on my eyebrows. I've only been using it for a week. Okay, so this is Epic. So I'm curious to see if it will do anything for my brows. I figured why not? It can't hurt. So that's just one coat of the Epic. Ooh. I love this stuff. This is probably my favorite mascara. And I've been through a lot of mascaras. I have tried a ton of mascaras in my young 27 years of life. And I'm so happy they came out with a one-step mascara. Okay, so this is just going to be a second coat. And then I'm going to throw on some fibers. Just because I'm not wearing my liquid liner on top. I didn't wear it at all today, my wing liner. That's the first in a really long time. And then I'm just going over top with the Epic on top of the fibers just to seal it. And then go to the other side. So if you're watching and we're not friends or you don't follow me, say hi because then I can't see. How many months do you keep your mascaras? Yeah, this is my second Epic. But do you use it every single day? And also a trick, if it dries out a lot. So then I just applied the the 3D fibers on top, and I'm going to seal it with the Epic. A way that mascaras or anything can dry out fast is because never go like this, because you're just pushing air into it and it's just going to dry it out. So what I do is I will, like when I take it out, I'll twist it all the way out and then I'll twist it all the way back in. That way you're not creating that air pocket that pushes it in. But I would honestly, Chris, I'd have to look to see. Because I still use the other one. I just have two of them. Okay, so this is, I guess, three layers of Epic and the 3D fibers. Pretty amazing. Yes, I use it every day. That's a good tip. Yeah, just don't push the air into it. Okay, some bronzer. I'm going to use the pressed powder in Chanel. If I can find it. I'm going to use, not the pressed powder actually, I'm going to use the cream foundation in Chanel. Basically because I never use it, and let's just try out the cream for today. And then I'm just going to use a little small tapered brush. Let's see how this works. Ooh. I'm just going to push it in. Don't worry, I'll buff it out. And then follow up on your forehead. So this is the cream foundation. Make sure you push it into your hairline, up to your hairline. That way you don't have a circle. I haven't used this stuff in probably 5 months, and I might have to go back to it. This was probably one of the first things I ordered. Oh my gosh, my hair. I don't have a ponytail anywhere. And then down your jawline. I know with all the press shadows that have come out, I just want to buy everything. Then I'm going to take my sponge. I'm going to do one more spray of the Touch Behold setting spray. I'm just going to try to blend out. I'm just going to, it looks like I'm pushing hard on my face, but I'm not. I'm just going to push that cream contour and then it's easier just to push up into my hairline. I go all the way up into my hairline, but I have dark hair, so be careful if you have blonde hair. Don't push it in too much, because then obviously you're gonna be able to see it. My hair looks whack right now. I think I want to go blonder too. My husband's like, Taylor, you change your hair all the time. Okay, so pushing that in, and then me do it so bad. Oh my gosh, I know. But the great thing is, you just use your unique cash. That's what I did. Okay, and then to really do a really defined little contour line, I'm going to use the Beachfront Bronzer in Malibu. I'm just going to use the same brush, but I'm going to use the dark side. So there's two sides. A light and dark. I'm going to use the dark. Just the tiniest bit. And then I'm going to use the, see, should I use the cream? I'll use the cream to contour my nose too. And I'm going to use the powder concealer brush again. So same thing I used to contour my face. I'm going to use the small side, small brush. I'm loving this cream foundation to contour. Why do I not use this every single day? And I just go along, like where like my eyebrows end, and I just go right along that line down my nose, and then right on the top, and I'm pressing super, super light. And then I'm just going to use the fluffier side just to blend it out, because you don't want people to know that you're contouring your nose, right? And then some blush. I'm going to use the powder blush in Supported, because I want some super highlight. Then just a nice fluffy brush. And it has a pretty gold shimmer to it. What time is it? Does anyone know what time it is? Gotta make sure I finish this before my familia gets home. And then on top of that, I'm going to use highlighter in Benevolent. This is my favorite highlighter ever. I'm just going to take a little bit on my finger and just push that. Ooh. Look at that. Love it. And then down my nose, just to make that contour on the sides really stand out. And then I'm going to take a little brush. Where is it? Oh, here it is. The deluxe brush. That's from Unique. And I'm just going to pop that right under my eyebrow for a nice highlight. My husband gets home, he's gonna be like, why are you sitting in the dark? Just to really accentuate those brows. And then I'm gonna do the corner of my eyes too. And then lippies. I'm going to use the lip liner in Pouty, and then the splash in Sublime and Secure. Don't know what, before I start, I'm going to put my, cover it with foundation. Just because it sets a nice matte base. And I like to make an X to make my top lip look bigger, and then I draw 3 lines. I'm going to go in with, can't even read this, it's so dark in here. Sublime first. I love our splash matte. And then this is a metallic color. It's Insecure. So pretty for fall. There. There it is. Super simple. Perfect for fall, like oh, I love the Splurge cream shadows. I'm going to put my shop link on the bottom. If you have any questions, if you want to get color matched, message me. I would love to help you. If you have any questions about anything I have on my face, just message me, shoot a comment. If you replay it, put a little heart, let me know you're watching. If you're watching and you're new, press follow my page. Every day I have updates on deals that go on through Unique, or just everyday makeup tips. And press that share button. Helps me get my name out there in my face so I can connect with new people. So thank you for joining, and I will see you guys soon. Hi. Happy Saturday. I'm going to try to make this video as fast as possible. I literally haven't done my hair yet. I just threw dry shampoo in it. I used the Moroccan oil, my favorite. My daughter has us at her first soccer game this morning, and I was making breakfast for everybody. Didn't realize the time, so I'm going to try to make this as simple and as fast as possible, especially for like moms on the go. I exfoliated my face. I like to exfoliate it a lot. Sometimes people have sensitive skin and they break out from it, but my skin really takes really well to exfoliating. So I'm going to go in with our Touch Glorious Primer, just like a pea-size amount. And if you're watching and you're hopping on, say hello, because if we're not friends, or if you don't follow, click that follow button. I need a little more. I'm going to use, what do I want to use today? I think I'm going to use our BB cream mixed with our Liquid Touch. Don't mind my hair. Oh, I did get more blonde in it though, and I love it. It's like once I start going blonde, I just want to keep going. Now, usually I would put this all over my brush. So I'm using the BB Flawless in Honey, but I'm just going to literally just put this all over my face. And I'm going to use the Liquid Touch too. Gotta try to make this. And then I'm gonna use the Liquid Touch in Satin. Now, because this color is too dark for me, that's why I'm mixing it with the BB cream, because I am running, like, I'm out. It's so sad. Like, I'm totally out of my fall shade. So if you haven't picked up your fall shade, I would suggest doing so. And personally, I like just blotting this all over my face because I don't like getting my hand all dirty. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with our powder concealer brush. Use the big fluffy part and just push it into my skin and just rub it out. Make sure you really blend it, just because it's two separate colors. And my skin was feeling a little bit dry, and when it does feel a little bit dry, that's when I'll mix in the BB cream too, because it's a tinted moisturizer. I was gonna try to do my live as soon as I woke up, but my youngest Kendall came in our bed and we were watching Lion Guard. What else? Little Einsteins. Oh gosh, I can't stand Little Einsteins. But she loves it. There's just some cartoons that I have, because I have an almost 7-year-old, that I have just watched so much throughout the years that I just can't take it anymore. Like Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Oh, can't. Okay, so I'm just rubbing it out, rubbing it, make sure it's going up to my hairline, down my chin, a little bit down my neck, so just so you don't have that cake line. Sorry if I'm talking fast, but I have to get my daughters ready too. And now I'm going to use the Skin Perfecting Concealer. I'm going to use the color Velour just to pop under my eyes, just for a nice highlight. And the little bit of the tiniest amount goes the longest way. I've had this for 6 months, and I've only used like this much of it. It's crazy how little of this you need. I'm just going to pop it on with my fingers and then just rub it out. You always want to make, when you highlight, a little upside down triangle. And then to set it, I'm going to take my Real Techniques. I'm going to spray it with our Behold Setting Spray, just to get it a little damp. And then just push it into my skin. Let's see, what else are we doing today? There's this trail I want to take my kids on and my dog. But it's so nice. Usually we have plans like every weekend, so it's so nice when we don't. But then we're the type of people, we're like, oh my gosh, we're so busy. But then when we aren't busy, we don't know what to do with our lives. Okay, now since I went in with a liquid, I'm going to set this with our Behold setting powder. I'm just going to use the same brush I used for to blend out my makeup, and then I'm just going to stipple it, which just push it into my skin just to set it. And I'm also going to use, because I don't want a crazy highlight under my eyes, I'm going to use our pressed powder in the color Satin, which was the same color I used for my foundation, and I'm just going to set my under eyes with this. I guess I'm just going to put it everywhere. I locked my bedroom door so no one can come in. Cannot wait to get my hair cut next week. Okay, now for brows. Oh, I dread this part. I just used an angled brush from e.l.f. Was it just a small angled brush? I used the Brow Obsession palette. dip it in with the gel first and then go in with number 1. Always start with the lightest shade first. It looks really nice outside, but it's pretty cold. I never know what to wear to soccer games. Trying to do this fast. Because some people think with a full face of makeup has to take super long. It doesn't have to. And I get some messages like, I wish I could do makeup like this, yada yada yada. And you can. Like, I will even look back 6 months ago when I joined Unique, and you just gotta practice. And I still watch tutorials. Because you can always learn new stuff. See my husband right now packing the car. And we're on snack duty too, so we need to pick up snacks. Life of a soccer mom. I'm still using the lighter shade 1, and I'm just gonna blend it out into all my eyebrow. And then before I go in with the darker for the tails, I'm going to dip it in just the 1. Kind of get off the... Oh my gosh, my nose is so itchy. I woke up and I felt really good this morning. And then I'm going to go straight up. I'm literally just going to do individual strokes right in the front. I had been fighting this cold. And last night I was like, okay, I feel good. And I woke up this morning and I'm like, oh, it's back. See, just like that. Ooh. I'm so excited. I went to TJ Maxx yesterday, and they have some of the cutest sweaters. I got like 3 of them. My birthday's coming up, so I'm like, it's my birthday. It's my birthday present. Me and my daughter, Bradley, my oldest one, we actually share the same birthday. Okay, then I'm going to go in with number 1. I mean, not number 1. The darker shade 2, just to finish out the tail ends. I know this is the worst part of the videos. Is the brows. I hate doing them. So if you're just jumping on, say hey. Okay. And it looks really, my eyebrows look really bold right now, but when I do my eye makeup, I feel like it settles it all down. But they are kind of dark today. You want your eyebrows to match your root. Okay, so I'm going to do my eyes. I'm just going to do a little bit of Splurge Cream in Cherished. A really pretty little rose gold, since I'm wearing like a mustardy color. I'm going to use our, I can never remember what the brushes are called. The angle shadowed sponge brush. I'm just going to put it in my crease. Remember, if you're on, say hi. I can't see who's watching if we're not friends. So I do it in the crease of my eye just to give my eyes more depth. There. Then I'm going to use our liquid eyeliner, which is my favorite. I've been waiting for them to come out, Unique to come out with a liquid liner. Then I start, I do my, the base first, and then I will wing it out. So just a little bit. I'm not gonna do anything crazy today. This is literally this is my everyday wear, everyday look. It's always so much harder to do the left eye. Okay. Now I'm just gonna take it. You always want your wing to, if you were to draw a line up, to meet at the end of your tail of your eyebrow. Like so. There are just fuzzies everywhere. What is everyone doing this weekend? Someone talk to me. My hair feels so greasy. I wanted to shower, or I wanted to wash my hair this morning, but that obviously didn't happen. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. This is the hardest part. It's getting them even. There we go. So this is the Precision Liquid Liner in Perfect. And then I also use the eyeliner in Perfect too. Perfect is just the darkest one. It's just a dark black. And I'm going to fill it with my water. I'm going to put the liner in Perfect on my water line. Oh, I need to sharpen it. I just poked myself in the eye. So once again, this is like everyday wear for me. Which usually wing liner is like pretty fancy, but I just feel like I look so weird if I don't put a wing on. Okay, Epic mascara. I'm planning on just relaxing. College makes me so exhausted. I hear ya. I went to college for, what was it? A year and a half. I played volleyball. And then I dropped out, and then I went to cosmetology school. So this is Epic. But yeah, college is exhausting. College just wasn't for me. Like I mainly went because I wanted to play volleyball. And one of my high school girlfriends, she was going there as well. I went to Aquinas. That's where I met my husband. He played basketball there. But I would always be like, oh, I wish I went to cosmetology school right off the bat, like right out of the gate, out of high school. But I met some of my best friends that I still have. Like one girl I met, she stood in my wedding. So sometimes college isn't for everybody, but I think like I definitely want my kids to experience it because I just think it was great. And I met my husband there, so it was all worth it. Okay, so that is just one coat of the Epic. I get comments on my lashes a lot. And I'm excited because I'm very impatiently waiting for, I got new lipsticks to come in the mail. I got the lash serum. What else did I get? I got, let's see, I got a splash lipstick. I got a lucrative lip gloss. I got more splurge cream shadows. So I'm waiting. Oh, so impatiently. Impatiently on, I don't know. Oh no, I just got mascara all over my eyes. I don't have a Q-tip. So if you're watching, say hello. I can't see who's watching. All I see is Carissa. Say hello to me. Okay, so that's just one coat. I'm going to go in with a second. Carissa, do you go home a lot from college on the weekends? Because, let's see, I'm initially from Holland. So Aquinas is in Grand Rapids, which is like 45 minutes away. And I was such a homebody. But me and my sisters are really, really close. Okay, so that's 2 coats of the Epic. Love this stuff. Okay, to contour, because I'm just a ghost right now. Should I use the pressed powder or beachfront bronzer? Pressed powder. Okay, pressed powder and Chenille. I hear people coming upstairs. So I'm just using the blusher brush. No, so I would go home a lot. So I'm just, yes, I live 30 minutes from home. Oh my gosh, you're a triplet? Is your, do your sisters go to the same school as you? Oh my gosh, a triplet. Bless your mom. Okay, so that was the pressed powder in Chenille. Chris, I feel like you're like the only one that talks to me on these. But then I'm going to do, I want like a more defined. So I'm going to use the beachfront bronzer in Malibu. I'm going to use the darker side. Alma, my my oldest sister, she had a girlfriend that played volleyball at Alma. But my sister is, let's see, I have 2 sisters. I'm going to blend this out a little bit. I have 2 sisters. They're both older, so I'm the youngest. No brothers, just sisters. And let's see, the middle one is Trisha. We're 16 months apart. And then the oldest one, Taryn, she lives in Ohio. So I'm using the darker shade of the beachfront bronzer just to contour my nose. I told my husband this video would be like 20 minutes. Oh no. I know there's things on Pinterest where you can fix that. You can fix bronzer. You like mix something in it and blend it together and it makes it come back together. Okay, for blush, I'm going to do the pressed blusher. No, I'm not going to do that color. I'm going to do Scandalous. A nice rosy color. Oh no. Well, the good thing is that, I don't know. I don't know if you can fix that then. So just pop this on the apples of your cheek. And if you can't do that, then just smile. And right here. Then to highlight, I'm going to use the powder blush in Supported. Just for the top of my cheeks. So this is literally what I do every single day. Every single day. Except I'm going to put a lip on. And then the Splurge Cream Shadow in Hopeful for my nose. How'd you dig your finger into it? I'm going to do a nude lip. I'm almost done. I'm going to use Prudent. I locked the door. So this is just Prudent, and I'm going to use this splash in Sublime. Now this dries matte. Oh no. Well, hopefully it was the lighter side than the darker one. Okay, that's it. Super simple. Well, simple for me. If you need help color matching, message me. I have to go get my kids ready, and my husband has to take a shower. And I have to go fix my hair. Thank you for watching. If you are replaying, comment below, click share. If you have any questions about what I used on this video, message me. I would love to help you. So yeah, I have to go get my daughters ready for soccer. So thank you for watching. Hello. I don't know why, but my phone had cut off Wi-Fi, so hopefully it doesn't kick me off. I haven't gone live in a while. It's a task to go live, to be honest, but it's Friday and I had to shower and get ready after the gym because I'm going to a picnic for my husband's work, and then I have my sister-in-law's volleyball game. She plays volleyball at Davenport. But I've already done my brows just because I feel like that is what takes the longest, and I also already put on our Touch Glorious primer. That way I didn't have to go around my brows because it's just really hard to do. So pea-size them out. I already put that on. And then what I like to do is I like to spray with my rose water toning spritz. Just a couple squirts. Just ate it. Let that dry. So I'm just going to do pressed powders and then the Skin Perfecting Concealer today for my face because it's super hot outside and I'm just probably going to profusely sweat. So Skin Perfecting Concealer, I'm going to use the color Velour. Just the tiniest bit goes the longest way. Use that much. And I like to use my fingers to apply this, and then I blend it out with a sponge. My daughter has been so good. She's just been playing in her room. I'm waiting for her just to come in. And I want to be all about being next to me because that seems to always happen when I go live. Trying really hard not to touch my brows. Okay, so upside down triangle. And then I just take a Real Techniques, the flat side. I'm going to wipe off the rest that was on my finger. And then the Touch Behold setting spray. Give it a couple shakes. One spray is usually fine. And you always want to, if you're using a powder, you want to make sure that you put your concealer on first, because you never want to put wet over a powder. Ever. I need a mirror. I feel like I look really washed out. Trying really hard not to smear my brows. Oh, thanks, Carissa. I love it. I've actually gotten a lot of positive feedback from chopping my hair off. And it's funny because not too long ago, I had posted like a picture of like to chop or not to chop. And literally every single person said, do not cut your hair. So I'm like, well, I'm going to cut it now. Okay, so Skin Perfecting Concealer in Velour. And then I'm going to use the Mineral Touch Pressed Powder in Satin with our powder concealer brush. And I need to wash this. And I need to get another one too. And I'm just going to press this into my face. And I'm going to play with some eyeshadows today too. I have had a lot of questions about the Presenters kit. So after I do this video of makeup, I'm going to hop back on and I'm going to go through everything that's in the Presenter kit. And it comes in this pretty unique bag. And lots of goodies. Like I had what my sister ordered it. Actually, I have a lot of people that just order the kit because it's such a good deal. And you don't have to sell. It's totally up to you. So I'm still using the Mineral Pressed Powder and the color Satin. And then I'll gently just tap over my eyebrows just to set them. We had pictures, soccer pictures yesterday for my daughter, and oh my gosh, for both of them, and they get a picture with their dad. Oh my gosh, that's like the cutest thing ever. What do I want to do now? I'm gonna do eyeshadow before I go in and do bronzer. Okay, so the new pressed shadows I love way more than the shadow palettes, to be honest. They're more, the two colors that I have are super subtle, and I have, what colors do I have? Non-sensical, it's like a very pretty brown, and then I have Discreet, which is like a very pale, like, I want to say like beige, but it has like a pink tone. I'm going to use both of these on my eyes, but first I'm going to use our liquid eyeliner, if I can find it, because I can't find anything. Here it is. Precision liquid eyeliner. But first I'm going to go in with Perfect. It's an eye pencil, and I'm going to do my waterline. Then I like to just drag it on the top as well as I poke myself in the eye. I just got the lash serum in the mail. When did I get it? couple days ago, so I've been using it. And I've heard people have problems with like their eyes being itchy and stuff. I haven't had that at all. Okay, so that was Imperfect. I did just poke my eye though. Okay, then this is a liquid liner in Perfect as well. Perfect is just, I mean, it's jet black. Grab my Mia. What else have I done this week? Did Bradley have school on Monday? I don't even know. My days are all a blur. I like to do my eyeliner first before I do my shadow. I don't know why. So I'm just dragging this on the top of my lid. And then I'll wing that out after I do the same on the other eye. What do we have tomorrow? My daughter has a soccer game. That's my life. My husband coaches both of our kids. So the youngest, Kendall, she has soccer practice on Mondays. And then they play a game afterwards. And she had her first game on Monday. Oh my gosh. It was hilarious. Because like she's 3.5, 4. She's in 4s. They really have no idea what they're doing. And I'm just like, I don't know how you have the patience for that, Jordan. Jordan's my husband's name. He loves it though. There's always that one wing that gives me trouble. Just try to make him look even. Is a pain, but I can't now wear a wing. I wear a wing every single day. Like I'll just put mascara on and I'll be like, so then I'll put a wing back on. And then I found out that it's going to be like 80 degrees tomorrow. And I'm so over the warm weather. Like, over it. I want it to be fall. Because I had went to the store and I got a ton of, like, sweaters. And now I'm sitting here today, I'm like, what am I supposed to wear to this picnic? Which I get to bring my dog, which is fun. Because they have a dog park next to it. Okay, so that was just the Precision Liquid Liner in the color Perfect. And the eyeliner in Perfect, which is just Perfect, is just the black. And I'm going to use the Epic mascara. I haven't been using fibers lately. I have a brand. For some reason. I have a brand new one, but I put it in the wrong case. So this is just our Epic mascara. I'm going to do 2 coats of it. I really should. I really need to polish my nails. Oh, you know what? I need to stop. I forgot to do eyeshadow. Ugh. Okay, either way. So I just have mascara on one of them. Okay, the blending brush is new. And when I've seen videos, I'm like, oh, it looks so fluffy and like dense. It's my favorite. My favorite. And I'm just like, now I'm into eyeshadows more. Okay, this is in Discreet. And I'm just going to put this all over my lid. I'm gonna be careful because I put a little bit of mascara. Oops. I'm so excited. I just found out that I'm 66% from being a pink status seller or presenter. And to be honest, I didn't even know I was that far along for this month until my sponsor just posted something about it. So that is just a huge thank you. Now I'm going to use non-sensical for the outsides. And that's just a huge thank you to everyone that orders from me. So if it wasn't for you guys, my customers, that wouldn't be possible. So that is exciting. So that's a happy Friday to me. Now let's try to get to 100. All the products that I'm using are unique. Oh my gosh, that just scared me. A bus just stopped and I heard music. So yeah, that's a fun Friday for me. Look at how pretty this is. And I'm like barely touching the top of my eye. It's so pretty. So I want to try to get to 100% pink. And that's just like no matter how small or big your order is. Any little bit. So I'm just ever so lightly blending this into the corner and the crease of my eye. You want to go in the crease of your eye to create more depth. So all the products that I use are unique, and I will put my shopping link in the comments. I don't know how to do that while I'm going live. I don't know how people do it, but I'll do it at the end of the video, and then I will put a list of everything that I used. And this has been like my go-to because I feel like these shadows just give such a nice base because usually I crease. Like I'm oily and I crease. Sorry, I just got a message. And this really seems to help. Like I'll go to the gym like this. I'm bad girl at the gym with this face. And it doesn't crease. Like I can go to the gym and then still go on with my day with a full fresh face. Okay, now I'm going to use the Epic. So those two pressed powders were Discreet and Nonsensical. I didn't know how to read that at first. With the new blending brush. If you don't have this, you need to pick it up. If you're not into eyeshadows, start off with like a neutral base, like tans and browns. That is what I like. If you don't like anything crazy, and then you can experiment more. Which is what's so nice about our shadow palettes, is because they have like very discreet colors, and then you can get fun with them, get crazy with them. Okay, now I'm going to use the Epic mascara. Okay. And like I said, after this video, I'm going to go through, now that it's dry, I'm going to go through and list off and show everything that's in the presenter kit. And I get a lot of questions, like, does the foundation come in it? No, it doesn't. But once you purchase the kit, you technically become like a seller. Even if you don't want to sell, there's like literally no strings attached. You can just buy the presenter kit for $99 and get all the product. And then that's it. And if you choose that you want the foundation, wait like 5 days for your account to be active, and then you can purchase it through yourself, and then you make the commission off of it. So it's like a win-win. That is what most of my girls, of all the people that I've had sign up under me, that is the reason why. because why wouldn't you if you want these products? And then if you choose not to sell, and you just have to sell $125 worth of personal retail sales every 3 months for your account to stay active. And if you choose not to, then you don't. Okay, I'm going to go in with a second coat. These make my lashes so long that I've had trouble with my lashes hitting the top of my, like underneath my eyebrow and leaving little black marks. And it's actually really freaking annoying. Okay, so that's 2 coats of the Epic. So if you're tuning in, please press share. It really helps get my name and my face out there. That way I can connect with new people. Okay, so that was just the Epic. So there's a nice simple eye. And then just to contour, I'm going to just use the Beachfront Bronzer. That's all I'm going to use with the blusher brush. Which, if you watch my videos, that is what I use every single day, 24/7, because it has an angle on it and it just works wonders. I use the color Malibu. I'm in my room. Good, nice, gentle. Okay, hold on. I'm doing my makeup real quick. I knew she'd ask. And I like to use the, so here's the angle brush, the tip of it. I like to use facing downwards. And I'm just doing nice circular motions. And then I connect it down to my jawline, because you don't want to look blocky. And then just rub it out into your hairline. So if you're watching, please say hi. If we're not friends or you follow me, I can't see who you are. Sorry, I'm in a group text. Okay, then to contour my nose, I use the smaller side of the blusher concealer brush. This one right here. And I tilt it on the side. And I just run this down my nose. My dog's going nuts, so I need to give him a bath. I just got him so we're all being unicorns for Halloween. And I just got him a unicorn costume. He hates it though. He's like a 9-pound Maltese Yorkie Poodle that thinks he's like the size of a St. Bernard. No joke. I'm just going to flip this over and blend out. And then I have just this little tiny little brush. I think it came in some other kit thing. I'm just going to dip it into the darker side of the Beachfront Bronzer, and I'm just going to just do a couple strokes right underneath my cheekbone, just to give it a little bit more definition. I always say I just do my cheekbone, and then I end up just doing my whole face. So if you're replaying this video, let me know. Shoot a comment below and let me know you're watching. Okay, now then just for blush, I use 2 blushes. And I just have just a fluffy brush. Actually, I start with this. I don't know what it is. I got it off Amazon a while ago. I'm going to use our pressed blusher in Sophisticated. Just one tap will get me through both cheeks. Because theirs is so pigmented. And then I'm going to go with our powder blush in Supported. This was in our August Kudos. I can't open it. Ah, okay. I noticed with short hair, I fidget with it like a lot more, and it's too curly today. I used a curling iron, and I usually use a straightener, but I feel like that was, well, and I burnt my thumb really bad today. I feel like my voice sounds so manly. Okay, so I'm going to use a different brush, just a fluffier one. I'm going to tilt it on its side, and then just circle it up. And then usually, if you watch my videos, I use Splurge Cream Shadow in Hopeful to contour my nose. But I got the Powder Luminizer, cream to powder, in Benevolent. And it's my favorite. I contour now with it. So it's just a nice shimmer powder stick. And I like to use my fingers. So I will take my finger and just line that down my nose and on the tip of my nose to create that nice highlight. Hold on, babe, almost done. Just for a nice highlight. And then I'm just gonna dab this the top of my cheekbone. Before I did my makeup, I exfoliated, and my skin is so soft. I guess you can't really see it with my lighting. Nice shimmer. Oh, I didn't put my nose ring back in. And then lippies, because I really don't know what I'm wearing, so I don't know what lips. Let's just do a nice nude. My dog is going bonkers downstairs. Let's just do, let's do Lip Bonbon. We're going to do Raspberry Cheesecake. A nice pink, moisturized. Is that even a word? Gloss. No, not gloss. Chapstick. What, I don't even know. Arlo's got me all messed up downstairs barking like that. Okay, I'm going to use Plush lip pencil. Whoa, I gotta sharpen it. Just a hot mess today. So all this full coverage is powders, and then just the Skin Perfecting Concealer underneath my eyes. Pretty crazy. And I will bring this powder with me for after the picnic, because I know I'm gonna get sweaty, and I'm gonna get greasy right here. That's just the way it is with me. I'm so oily. But it comes with a little sponge. I don't know where mine is right now, but then the sponge fits right on top of here on this little plastic case, and then I'll just dip it in and then just blot it on my oily spots, and then no more oil. Okay, so Plush liner. Super creamy. And this will look nice with my the shadow too. Yeah, no, so I exfoliated my face, and it feels amazing. That's my second time using it, because I got, I snatched some samples of it, because when I used the oil control mask, my cheeks didn't like it at all, but I use it now just on my forehead, like my T-zone, which is like down my nose and across like my eyebrows, and so far so good. So I wanted to get a sample of exfoliator because I got nervous. But I haven't had any problems. Okay, so that is Plush Liner. And then Lip Bonbon and Raspberry Cheesecake. It looks super pink, but it's not this bad. My lips are super chapped too. So this is what I need. Then I'm going to go back in with Plush, and I'm going to fill the corners. It's like a nice mauve, purpley color, and then just a pop of the pink. So here it is, my Friday picnic face, hence the hamburger and French fries. Actually, I just did that because I thought they were cute, to be honest. Okay, so powders. I will put my Shopee link below, and then I will put a list of everything that I used. Thank you for watching. If you're replaying, shoot a comment below, let me know. If also you're replaying, please press that share button. That would be amazing. Helps get my face out there. I get to connect with new people and talk about all the products and the makeup that I love. So happy Friday. I'm going to hop back on in a little bit, and I'm going to go through everything that's in the presenter kit. I will show you everything that's in the presenter kit, and then we can talk about it. So happy Friday, and if you want to tune back in, then I will see you guys in a little bit. Hello. I'm going to wait a second. I'm going to play with, let's see, what shadow. I'm going to use our shadow palette one today. I usually don't wear shadows, but we're going to try it out. So I just exfoliated my face when I was in the shower, and then I used some lotion on it. So I'm going to go in with our Touch Glorious Primer, like a pea-size amount. Hopefully this video goes better than last night's. Because nothing can go wrong because my husband took both of the kids to soccer practice. So a pea-size amount, I just rub this all over my face and a little bit down my neck. Then if you're watching, say hey in the comments, because if we're not friends through it, I can't see who's watching. So say hey so I know. And if you're watching, please press share. Okay, so since I'm literally like out of my taffeta, so what I'm going to do, because I'm going to use my Liquid Touch Foundation in Satin. And this is way too dark for me right now. This is my summer shade. I'm going to mix it with my BB Flawless and Honey. So I'm going to, so this is Liquid Touch in Satin. And then the BB Flawless in Honey. I'm just going to mix those two to kind of tone down the color of the Liquid Touch in Satin. Just mix those together. It might be too dark still, so I don't know. We'll see. Today has been such a blah day in Michigan. It was raining like all day. My sister came over and we went to the outlet mall because I needed to find my oldest daughter a fall jacket because this weather is so cold. I'm going to take a powder concealer brush and just blend this all throughout. It's been so cold in the mornings before school. Then it becomes so hot in the afternoon, so it's hard to find a jacket that could do both. But I finally found one at H&M. I love H&M. And I actually didn't buy a single thing for myself, which is surprising. Actually, Unique bought her jacket, which was nice. Okay, so I'm just blending this out. Okay, now I love a good highlight under the eyes and on the bridge of my nose. So I'm going to use our Skin Perfecting Concealer, and I'm going to use the color, I want it pretty bright. I'm going to use the color Scarlet. I usually use Velour, but I want it pretty bright. It's like, I feel like it's just frozen from sitting on my windowsill. And just a tiny, tiny bit. You can always go back in and get more if you need to. I'm so excited it's Friday tomorrow. And then I'm going to take, it's just a Real Techniques Beauty Blender, and I use the soft side of it, or not the soft, the flat side of it. I'm going to shake my setting spray. Just do a couple squirts just so it's a little bit damp. And I'm going to push the concealer into my skin. I'm so ready for Friday. I feel like this has been the longest week ever yet. It was technically only a 4-day week. Now if you need help color matching any of your foundations or your concealer, just shoot me a message. I would love to help you. And if any of you watched my live from last night, it was a complete and utter disaster. My kids were psycho. But that's okay though. They're kids, right? It's always when you want to get something done that they decide to be crazy. Now since these are all liquids that I just used on my face, you always want to set with a powder. And since I feel like, the satin liquid wasn't too dark, I'm still going to set it with my Touch Behold setting powder. That's not my kids, it's my dog. If you can hear my dog barking downstairs. I can't win. And just a fluffy brush, and it has a netting. I'm just going to push this into my face. It has a netting on it, which is my favorite because I travel with it a lot. Arlo! I travel with it, and when I would travel with setting powders before, it didn't have that net because it has like it has a stopper on it, so the powder doesn't go everywhere, which is nice because I feel like you get every last bit of it. And I'm going to use a couple different powders on my face. Arlo! He's barking at my neighbor's dog. I should just go close my door. Okay, now for eyebrows. And I like to wipe off the powder on my brows. I don't know why. I'm going to use the Brow Obsession palette in Dark Brunette Black. I'm just going to dip it in the gel first, and then use the lightest shade first. And once again, if you're watching, please share. Or if you're replaying, shoot me a little message in the comments so I know. Because once again, if we're not friends, I can't see who is watching. My husband's going to come back from soccer practice and be like, why did you get ready? So you just want to follow your brow line. And then I always do the fronts of my eyebrows last, because you always want that to be the lightest part of your brow. So I'm still dipping it in the gel, then dipping it in one. I knew this brow would be harder because the other one just went on way too easy. Sorry, I'm like looking down into my mirror. Still using the lighter shade. And then I'm going to tilt my brush on an angle. I'm going to do it straight up, and I'm just going to do small little strokes to create little fine hair strokes. And I'm dipping in the gel, and then I dip it in one, and I just kind of brush it off on the bottom, so it's like a little wet consistency. And then I'm going to go in with the darker one. And then just fill in the tails. Or any light spots. And everyone's going to have different brow preferences. Like I like a pretty solid brow. There, like so. I have a pretty solid brow, and some people hate it, but I like it. Okay, now for eyeshadow. I'm gonna wait to, it's so hot up here. I'm going to use the shadow palette. I'm going to use number 1. I'm going to use our angle shadow sponge brush. I'm going to use the fluffy part. I'm going to go in with Sincere, which is this nice shimmery. I haven't even peeled the sticker off of my palette. No, I can't get it. Oh, here we go. I haven't even peeled that off yet. So I'm going to go in with Sincere and do that on my entire eyelid. Super shimmery. But not crazy. Shimmery, not glittery. I feel like there's a huge, huge difference. I'm going to work with lots of browns. And I wore this eyeshadow. Obviously not, I wore this earlier today because I had finally found my shadow palette. It was underneath my bed. My daughters must have done that. Okay, I'm going to go in with Swanky. It's this gold one. Same brush, I'm going to do my crease. I had just found it. They must have, I don't know how long, it's been under there for a long time. Just following my crease of my eyelid. And then I'm going to use Zealous, which is the last one, just to carve out the corner of my eye. And we'll blend this through, so don't worry.
feel like I still haven't found a good time to go live at. Because like some girls go, I'm going to use our deluxe brush and just blend it out. A lot of girls go at like 9 at night. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like in bed. Or is that just me? I'm a 26-year-old in like a 45-year-old's body. Mentally. Then I'm just going to clean it up. I'm so hot. I always get so hot doing videos. Okay, then I'm going to use our liquid liner just to create a nice wing. I didn't tease my hair at all today. Someone talk to me. I'm going to use the liner in Perfect just to do my waterline. Someone talk to me. I feel like I'm talking to myself. So that's imperfect. Just a little eyeliner. Now where, oh where did I put? Here we go. The Precision Liquid Liner. It's brand new. Just to create a nice wing. Sorry, it's hard for me to talk when I do my eyeliner. So I first go through and I line the top of my lid before I even do the wing. Okay. Sorry, that's hard for me to talk when I do that. And usually I feel like when I use liquid eyeliners, it's so hard for me to get like consistent black strokes throughout my eyeliner because of the shadow that's underneath. But with this one, so far so good. I mean, it could be because it's brand new, or it could be just because it's awesome. I'm going to sharpen my lip pencil right now. Then I'm going to use Epic. I'm not going to use the 3D fibers with it today. I'm just going to do the mascara. I'm going to do 2 layers of it today. So this is the Epic mascara. If you haven't gotten it, I would highly suggest it. Or if you're in the boat where you're like, I don't really have eyelashes, this and that, we have a lash serum that gives you fuller and thicker lashes. You put it on at nighttime. And I've seen people with results in as little as 4 weeks. Okay, so that's just 1 layer of the Epic. I'm going to wait till it dries a little bit, and then I'm going to go in with a second coat. So I'm placing an order because I need to get more Liquid Touch foundation. So if you're in the area, I'm from Caledonia. If you're in the area and want free shipping, message me and I will get you free shipping, and I will ship it out myself to you. Okay, then before I do the top layer, I like to go in and do the bottoms. Just let that top dry a little bit more. So the second layer. Everyone's getting home from work. Because I sit in front of my window. Because I watched my video last night with my ring light. So that's 2 coats. And it looked really, really foggy. So I'm not going to do that anymore. That's why I tried to go earlier right now. Because the ring light felt like it looked foggy. Well, and because I'm doing it now because my daughters are at soccer practice. Well, just one of them. The other one just wanted to tag along, which I'm not mad about. The cold weather will help tire her out. So that's just 2 to 3 layers of the Epic Mascara. Not even the fibers. And then I'm going to go in and contour with, I feel like I always use the pressed powder. So I'm going to use just the Beachfront Bronzer in Malibu with my blusher brush. And then I'm going to put my website, the link to my website to shop in the comments. And I don't know how to do it when I'm going live, so I'm going to do it as soon as I hop off. Now I can't find my blusher brush. Kendall was in here earlier, and I saw her walk out. Oh, here we go. I was going to say she probably stole it. Okay, so this is our blusher brush. It's angled. That's why I like it. And then just small circular motions. And then follow up your temple. What are people's plans for this weekend? What do we have? We have my daughter's first soccer game. So I hope it warms up. Because I don't do cold weather. Make sure when you're contouring, you always want to make sure that you're going up into your, not into your hairline, but kind of. That way you don't have just this white ring around your face. Then just down your neck a little bit. Then I'm going to just tilt it on an angle and tap it in the darker side of it, and then just contour my nose. There's a hair somewhere. And then don't worry, I'll blend it out because it looks nuts right now. Everyone's walking their puppies right now. I feel like I should go walk mine after this video. I go in waves of feeling well and then not well. So this is just the powder concealer brush I use to blend out. Bennett is watching, keep saying, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hi, Bennett. So just blending all that out. And then for blush, I'm really hot right now. I feel like my cheeks are red. So I'm just going to use the powder blush in Supported. And this is what I also use for a highlight. So I can just rub this all over my cheeks. It's a nice gold shimmery tone to it. And then just a nice circle round brush. My nephew is watching me right now. So nice and shimmery. And it gives you a nice highlight too. Now I want to, so we can highlight, I want to really highlight my under eyes. I'm going to use the Minerals Concealer in the color Fresh. It's a really pretty, like, banana-y color. And a little bit goes a long way. Just to really, really set my under eyes and to brighten it up. You know, I go in waves of feeling sick. Like I woke up and make sure you tap it off and just press it into your under eyes. I woke up and I was like, okay, I feel okay. Then I started getting the kids ready for school. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I think I'm getting the flu. So, but then I feel okay, but then I get really hot. I don't know. I feel like it's a sign of something's coming, which is of course, because it's almost the weekend. Okay, I'm just gonna put, I mean, I have a little bit extra in the top, so I'm gonna put this on the top of my forehead, and I'm gonna put it on the tail ends of my brows just to set them, just gently pat them. And then to highlight my nose, of course, I use the Splurge Cream Shadow in Hopeful. I use the cream shadow, Hopeful, more on my nose than I do on my eyes. I can't wait. I'm cutting my hair, getting my hair cut next week. Getting it cut on the 12th. Is that next week? What's the date today? I don't even know. I went and got my hair colored the other day and I wrote that it was October. So I just, a little bit on my finger. I wrote it was October, so I'm all messed up. And I'm also going to take a little bit and put it in the corner of my eyes. Because I feel like now that, I always try to grow my hair out in the summertime so I can put it up in a bun. Because that's just what's easiest. So then it got a little colder, so then I cut it. And then now that I cut it, I want to keep cutting it. Okay, now for lips. I'm going to use a nude. I'm going to stick with the nudes and like the lighter colors. I'm going to use Sublime in the Splash Lipstick. It dries matte. And then I'm going to use our liner in Prudent. Funny because I was literally in sweatpants and a sweatshirt, and then for this video I just put a shirt on and put earrings on. Like I have sweatpants on right now. Okay, so this is a splash. We have nudes. We have the nudes back, which I personally like because I'm not a big fan of color or a ton of color on my lips. I feel like I just look funny. And then we have some metallics, so I'm just going to pop a little bit if I can find it. I thought I organized all my stuff. Here we go. I have this in Secure, same splash. We have a couple different metallics, which I guess metallics are really, really in right now. And I'm just going to put this in the corners of my lips. Just for a nice subtle, it's super subtle. I haven't eaten dinner yet, and I don't know what I want. Then I'm going to go back in with, what I use, Prudent, just to blend it out a little bit. There. Just a nice nude with a little pop of metallic in the corners. And that's it. No interruptions this time. It's because there's no kids. If you have any questions or comments, what I used, I will put a list on the comments of all the products I use. If you have questions about color matching, if you're not sure of what product would be best for your face, just shoot me a message. Thank you for watching. If you are replaying, say hey in the bottom comments. Once again, if we're not friends, I can't see that you're watching the video, just so I know who's watching. And then I will, let's see, what am I doing tomorrow? If I feel better, I'm going to go to the gym, but I'll just post what time I'll try to go live. If not, I'll go live Saturday in the morning. So happy Thursday. It's Friday Eve. So once again, if you're replaying this, press that share button. It really helps my business. It really helps me out. And thank you for watching. I will see you guys this weekend. Hi, I'm back. I'm going to do some blue eyeshadow because I had posted, if you follow me, that if you place an order through me up until literally I'll do like the end of Thursday, like tomorrow at midnight, you will be in the running for, I'm going to do a little drawing, and you get the Mood Struck Addiction 4 palette. Literally, this is a brand new one, and these are the colors that are in it. Nice pretty blues. So I'm going to do a little blue eyeshadow because I got my blue velvet on. And we're going to drink some beer because I was having such a good day and literally saw the worst thing ever. So I'll talk through what that was while I do my face. I brought all my stuff over to my stand over here, and I forgot my primer. So hold on a second. Well, I can't find it, so I'm just going to use this. And all these are unique products. So I'm going to do the Touch Behold setting spray. Just a couple squirts. Oh, I'm literally out of breath from going a foot over to where I usually do my makeup in front of my window. And just let that dry. And then I'm going to use Liquid Touch Foundation in the color Satin, and it's literally almost gone. I bought some new ones I ordered. I placed a huge order, and it comes Friday, so bear with me here. Okay, so I'm driving to pick up my daughter from school, and I live out like in Caledonia, so kind of like people say country, but I don't really consider, this is literally like to the last drop. And I see this like car parked, and I was like, oh my gosh, that person hit a deer. So then I'm going to use the powder concealer brush just to rub it all in. I was like, oh my gosh, that person hit a deer. It was like an older lady. And then I drove up closer, and I see this younger lady walk across the road holding something. And I was like, holy crap, if that's not a deer or like some other animal, I'm literally going to cry. So it was a dog. So I'm driving, like I can't, like I have to keep driving because I wasn't going to be late to pick up my kid. And I was like, oh my gosh, maybe like she just hit it and like it was fine. So I just blended that in with the powdered concealer brush, the Liquid Touch Foundation. Just a super light layer. So like I'm like praying. I'm like, please, like, do not let that be a dog. Like a deer, I mean, I'm not going to cry over a deer. Okay, then I'm going to use the Skin Perfecting Concealer, and I'm going to use the color Velour. And I'm going to use our deluxe brush to apply it, which looks like this. And I'm just going to put it right on the brush. And I'm going to create a upside down triangle underneath my eyes. So I'm driving, and I'm like, I almost went the other, like, I can go 2 ways to her school. So just like that. And like, you ever have like a moment where you are just like, you feel compelled to like someone is literally pulling you to go in that way. So, oh, my shirt is like making me washed out. So upside down triangle. And I get closer, and I'm like, oh my gosh, they're gone. I'm like, must have like just a little bump. No, there is a lady like hovering over her dog, and he died. So I pulled in. It was like in a cul-de-sac, and I'm like, this poor lady is sitting all by herself. Her dog just got hit, and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, because I have a little, what most call a little yippy dog. I have a Maltese Ricky Poodle named Arlo, and I'm like, I know where a vet is. Like, in my head, everything's rushing through it. I'm like, I know where a vet is. Then I'm just going to use a little sponge. I'm going to spray it with a Behold setting spray, or you can just get it damp with water. And I'm just going to blend out my Skin Perfecting Concealer. I feel like my shirt sleeves. And I'm like, in my head, I'm just like, I know where a vet is. Like, I could take her. And so like I pulled over, and I'm like, are you okay? And she like looks up at me. And do you ever just have those moments where you're just like, oh my gosh, I have to go hug this person? So I go over to her, and like my almost 4-year-old daughter's in the car, and she's like a huge animal lover, and she's like asking questions, and I just go over and I hug. Like, I have no idea who this girl is. I was like, can I hug you? Because you don't want to just go and hug strangers. And she was like sobbing on my shoulder, and like I'm crying, and like the dog's right there, and I was supposed to run errands, and I couldn't do it. Okay, now I'm gonna go in and do my eyebrows. The Moodstruck Brow Obsession palette, my all-time favorite, in dark brunette black. And I'm gonna use the liner shader brush, the angled part, and I'm gonna go in with number 1, the lighter shade. So I was like, are you okay? Like, I know where a vet is. And she was like, no, my husband's coming. And I was like, is your dog okay? And she was like, no. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, why did I have to pass this at this time? So I'm like texting my husband, and he was like, I'm gonna call you. And I'm like, don't call me. I was like crying. It was the saddest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Okay, so using the lighter shade, number 1. This is dark brunette black. You always want to use, yeah, sorry, that was like a really depressing story to start my live with. But that's why I'm going to drink a beer throughout this. Because it was freaking traumatizing. So I just got home, and I just like hugged my dog. So if any of you have fur animals, just hug them, I swear. Ugh. And I felt so bad, because she was like, the lady who hit him just left. Like, I saw her like the old lady get out of the car, but I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay, so that was just number 1. It's the lighter shade. And then it has a gel too, but I don't like to use it anymore. I feel like because I have no eyebrows, super sparse, so I like to use just literally the powder. And I was skeptical at first to use just a powder, because usually it moves all over the place, but I work out in this stuff. Obviously if you wipe your eyebrow, the stuff's gonna come off if you rub it. But yeah, I mean, it stays on all day. And I used to swear by the Anastasia, the dip brow, what is it, like a pomade, and I've changed my ways, because I used to draw little individual hairs, and that's not my thing anymore. Yeah, so that was my Wednesday, and it was going so well. But then I like to think that, okay, now I'm going in with number 2 just to do the outside, like the tails. You always want the tails to be darker. So I try to be optimistic, and I'm like, oh, you know, the husband came. They took the dog to the doctor. Everything's fine. Right? One can hope. So sad. There. Now we got some brows. Now let's do, I'm going to do eyes. I feel like this is super bright, so hold on, I'm going to dim it a second. There. Is that better, or was it better when it was brighter? Someone tell me. No one's telling me. Who's ever watching, what was better, the before light or this light? No one's answering. Okay. Well, I'm going to go in. Let's do eyeshadow now. So like I said, I'm going to use the Moodstruck Addiction Shadow Palette number 4. It's a bunch of blues and like gold shimmers and tans. So light is better. The first one, this light. This light is better. So don't go up brighter. Thank you. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to first start with my eye primer. Second. Okay. Thank you, Sydney. Before. I don't know. They are both good. Okay. And I was like, this shirt's a little scandalous. Never worn it. Because I told my sisters, I have 2 other sisters, that I got velvet shirts, and they were like, how old are you? And then I went Black Friday shopping with my mom and my older sister, and I was like, let's go in this store. And I like to rub this all the way up to my eyebrow because my eyelashes are long, and sometimes the mascara will transfer, and it's annoying. And I was like, let's go in this store. So I went in this store, and I was like, Mom, isn't this cute? And she was like, that is matronly. And I'm like, so I like, we were shopping again, and I was like, what about this? She was like, Taylor. And I'm like, oh, like, what's happening to me? Okay, if you have oily skin like myself, I have super oily skin. My eyeshadows love to crease, so I like to throw on the eye primer and then a little bit of our Touch Behold Translucent Setting Powder, just so it doesn't crease, because there's nothing worse than having nice eyeshadow and then it creases. Okay, so we'll start with, oh my gosh, we're gonna do Secretive. So it's that nice gold shimmery color in the middle. So if anyone watched my Hot Mess, and this is the Unique's blending brush. If anyone watched my Hot Mess concealer video before this, my ring light had died. So I'm really into like golds and browns, and I used to not be an eyeshadow girl, and to be honest, I'm still like not huge, into eyeshadows, but the great thing about the palettes, there's 5 different palettes, is they're super, I mean, they're buildable, so you can make them as dramatic or as soft as you want. Now for the corners, I'm going to use Triumphant. It's like this deep navy color. It's super pretty. And if you're just tuning in, the reason why, make sure you tap it off too. If you're just tuning in, I'm using the eyeshadow palette that is going to be in a drawing. If you have placed an order through me in the past week, and it's going to go until midnight tomorrow night. And it's valued at $49. I mean, everyone loves free stuff, right? Well, I do, at least. And usually I'm like really big on a winged eyeliner, but past couple of days I haven't been doing it. Okay, and then I'm going to put the first color I use, Secretive, that gold shimmer color, on underneath my eye. And I'm going to use the liner shader brush. This is the brush I used for my eyebrows. Just to make it all come back full circle. So the reason I did the little freebie drawing was because I was going for pink status, which is another level up in Unique's company, and I hit it yesterday. Like, the outpour of people that were like wanted just to buy stuff just to help me hit was crazy. So with all bad going on in the world, there's still some really good people. And usually I would use Epic mascara. Actually, I'm gonna use Epic. I'm gonna use Epic with some fibers since I'm not gonna wear any eyeliner. My Epic is literally almost gone. I have that coming in the mail as well. I got like a ton of new lipsticks, and I used to not be into lipsticks, but now they're fun to play around with. But obviously I can't do lipstick because I have a freaking cold sore. I'm sure everyone knows, whoever follows me. And I thought I was like the only one that ever got them. But people, it's like so embarrassing to get these. But then after everyone was like messaging me, I was like, oh my gosh, so many people get them. So if you don't ever get them, be thankful, because they're like the most annoying and painful things ever. Okay, so this is just one layer of the Epic. And I like to shake it on the bottom of my base and go up. I feel like it's so laid out. And I'm going to do another layer. I love this stuff. And I used our lash serum to help these babies grow, because before I used Unique's mascara, I used one mascara that used to get like really clumpy, and I couldn't get it off my eyelashes at nighttime, but yeah, like I continued to use it. I'm going to do a third layer of Epic, and then I'm going to throw on some 3D fibers. And with the 3D fibers, you want to make sure that you start halfway up your eyelash. So I used to just like, is anyone else like an eyelash picker when they have, this isn't even the fibers. This is the gel. Oh, right here. And like I would literally just pick my eyelashes off. So, and it was like right here in the front. So that helped to grow them back. And then make sure after you use the fibers, you seal this sucker off. Because, oh yeah, look at those. Oh, Jessica. I know. I don't know. It's like once you start, like, you'll have like one clump and then you just like, even though you know you're pulling out eyelashes. Oh, to be a girl, right? Okay. So technically this is like 4 layers of Epic, but my Epic is literally like dried out and gone. But I have another one coming. In the mail. What do people have planned this weekend? Oh, I feel like it's Thursday, but it's not. Okay, then I'm just going to do the bottoms. We have my side family Christmas. It's going to be at my sister's house. They got a new house. And it's going to be fun. We all spend the night and stuff. And then we literally have something up until the new year. Is anyone else's Christmas holiday schedule just bonkers? Okay, so that's date night and hosting. Ooh, date night. Where are you going, Amy? I love a good date night. But it's expensive to go on a date night if you have kids. It's like, pay the babysitter, go out for dinner and drinks. Then it's like after like an hour and a half, 2 hours, you're like, wonder what the kids are doing. Okay, let's do bronzer now, and then we're gonna even highlight underneath our eyes some more. I'm gonna set my whole face with the pressed foundation. Pretty. I don't know what that is, but I love sushi. What's Paretti's? Is that in Holland? So this is in satin, the same color as my Liquid Touch foundation, and I'm not going to set my under eyes because I want that to stay nice and bright, and it comes with a little foam sponge, and I'm just going to pat this on my face to get rid of all the... Yeah, no, I've never heard of that. Southside. I live in Caledonia now. I don't know any of that stuff. I'm out of the loop. I live by like Uccello's, and we just live at Uccello's because they have a really good happy hour. I get that crease of your nose. I used to get really bad creases in my nose. I know. Date night. What's date night? We don't do that. Just kidding. That makes my husband sound really bad. He's actually at a basketball game right now, and then he gets to go to a Griffins game with his buddies on Friday, so I'm like, hey, I'm over here. Actually, I told him I didn't want to go to the Griffins game, just because it's with his work people. Okay, now I'm going to use pressed foundation as well in the color Chanel. And I'm going to use my kids are yelling downstairs. I'm going to use a big fluffy brush for this. I just ordered this off Amazon. So twirl it and tap it off. It looks super dark, but it's not. And I'm lightly going on my cheekbone in little circular motions. Yeah, my husband's because we met, we both went to Aquinas College, and we met there. It's in Grand Rapids, if anybody doesn't know. Little Catholic school, even though we're not Catholic. And there's like they have like a little like VIP lounge where it's like you can go up and like sit in like comfy chairs rather than on the bleachers. I guess like a bunch of those old men are going there. It's like, that's fun. I was like, see, at like midnight, you guys are probably going to go out and chat. Sorry, I was reading a message. Okay, and then with that big fluffy, with chenille still, Chanel, I'm going to use, I use this tiny little angle brush, and I like to use this tip to do down my nose. So if any of you follow me, obviously I sell unique products, and that's just genuinely because these are my favorite products ever. I have super oily skin. Then I'm going to take my powder concealer brush and just kind of pat it out so it doesn't look so harsh. And we have had, tomorrow is our 8th day, our last day. It's like gift me. It's like it comes pre-wrapped, and there was 8 different bundles. And I think tomorrow you can get any bundle you want. Usually it was just like, and there's some like exclusive products in it. Then I'm going to take Beachfront bronzer, and then just a little, it's just, this is like a, what is this? This is a e.l.f. small tapered brush, and just really dig out my cheekbone. And then so you can literally look, you can get any of the bundles, which I thought once, because they said it was a one-day thing, but then they just announced that you can get any one, which is cool. I need to order there was one that had a lip exfoliator that was in peppermint, and then it had the splash lipstick in Stellar, I want to say, and that's always sold out. So I was like, I need to get my hands on that sucker, because you know, you can never have too much makeup or bronzer. So this is Beachfront bronzer in Malibu. It looks super shimmery when it's in like the packaging. Can you see it? But it doesn't appear that shimmery on your face. Now we're going to go in with some blush. And I wish I could do lipstick, but I don't want to make all my stuff contagious. Let's see, I'm going to use the pressed blusher. I'm going to use Scandalous. A nice, pretty rose color. And this is just another little flat, fluffy brush. I got it off Amazon. My kids are going nuts downstairs. And I was like, I'm doing a video. Please don't bother me. And then just that little harsh line, just blend it out with your beauty blender. And I showered, did my hair, and I've had so many people comment like, can you please do a hair video? Even though not the greatest hair day. And I was like, why didn't you do a hair video? Okay, and now I'm going to use the the Cream to Powder Luminizer in Benevolent. It's like it is really creamy, and I like to use my finger. And instead of going down my cheekbone, I like to take it up a little higher and just make like a C, and then kind of rub it out. Small circles. Just a nice highlight. I read in a magazine that highlight is like out now, and I'm like, highlighter will never be out. Not to me. And then down my nose. I probably get the most comments on, oh my gosh, your nose looks so different. Huh. Anna, I know. I was like, as soon as I did it, I was like, crap. Because who showers and gets ready at 8:40 on a Wednesday night? I've never done a live this late. And I'm like, I'm going to do this, and then I'm just going to wash it all off. Look, I literally just had a comment on Instagram, can you do a hair tutorial? Huh. Except it's hard. I can't do it on Instagram because they have a 1 minute cutoff time. So, can't really do that. Okay, now for extra highlight underneath my eye. And since I didn't set anything underneath my eyes, and you don't want that concealer to crease, I use the mineral concealer in the color Fresh. It's like it's not white, it's like a really light banana color. So I'm just gonna tap it into the cap. And I didn't bring my brush. Okay, so I'm just gonna use the small end of the powder concealer brush because I don't have another brush over here. Oops. Rub it in and tap it. And I'm just going to push it under my eyes to really set, and in the crease of my nose. Just to really set it. Because there's nothing worse than crease makeup. So once again, if you're interested in any products, if you need help getting color match for anything, just shoot me a message. I will get back to you and I will help you. What it means to get color matched is you just send me a picture of yourself in neutral lighting, preferably without makeup, and I can find the right color for you. There, that brush sucked to use for this. I'm going to do a little bit more. So I'm going to connect the shopping link to in the comments, and I can do a list of everything that I used. And so if you purchase through me, it could even just be literally like, it could be like a tiny little eyeshadow palette, not a palette, whatever these are called. Just little eyeshadows. Or it could be just mascara. You don't have to spend a ton, but anyone who places an order will be in the running for a Addiction Palette number 4 eyeshadow, valued at $49. So thank you for watching. If you're watching, please click that share button. It's right by the comments. It's on the left side, I think. Hopefully this was helpful. I go live because I get a ton of questions on my pictures of how do you do that, this and that. So I'll connect my shopping link. If you have questions, message me. That's what I'm here for. I love helping women feel beautiful and get that fresh face. Most people want full coverage, and I mean this makeup does a really good job at it, which I keep. Hopefully this will be gone so I can show off all the new lipsticks I just bought in the mail too. So thanks for watching. Press that share button. If you're replaying, hi Megan. If you're replaying, shoot me a little heart emoji or something to let me know. And have a great rest of your Wednesday. Cheers. I didn't really get to drink this when I was doing it.